Oh yeah, we back with another episode on the Twisted T2, baby. And well, let's just say we reading these Reddits to you. And well, we got one that wanna know, are they the A? They wanna know, are they the asshole for not stopping their husband from getting a paternity test? Oh yeah. Now, what I wanna know before we get into this is I want to know if you think this is going to be real or fake, and I need you to leave that at the end. So, we're going to play a new game with some of these because you know how we get into them, and we don't worry, we dive in. And they'll be like, oh yeah, clickbait. So, I want to know, is this going to be real or bait at the end of us reading? All right? We're going to get into the comments and see what they say, but I want you to be able to tell me in mine. Now, am I the A for not stopping my husband from getting a paternity test? Excuse me. My husband recently asked me for a paternity test. Why? Because our son looks nothing like him. I never cheated on him. I would never. He knows he was my first and my only partner. I told him that he can have the test. Who am I to stop him? He took the test and found out our son is exactly his. And he seemed very happy. I told him congrats. Now, you are sure that's your son and you're going to pay child support for it. He asked, what does that mean? And I told him, if he thinks I cheated on him, then we truly shouldn't be married. I took my son. We left. We're currently staying at a hotel. Here's the address. And I'm getting a divorce. She ain't leave the address. He keeps on calling and texting and begging me to come back. But I don't want to. He said if I had such a problem with the test, then I should have stopped him instead of allowing him to do it. And then acting like a bratty child and ruining our lives. I'm not sure how I'm the one ruining our lives. He is the one who thinks I'm a cheater. He should be happy. He doesn't have to live with a cheater anymore. Okay. Now, context. This was up a day ago. We got 30,000 hits, 15K comments. So it's been rocking. Now, here's my thing. Okay? First question I asked you guys about this is, do we think it's real or fake? Right? For the story. Now, good story. Good story. Clap, clap, clap for the story. Good story. But I'm missing a few things. I am. For me, I'm missing a few things in this story. Number one, we're not getting into how long these two have been together. Right? I'm not saying she cheated, but I would like to know how long they've been together, and I would also like to know maybe their age. Right? She said that she was her first partner, right? So, I would like to know their age. And here's the thing, okay? I think a big thing in this would be knowing the son's age, right? Because if not saying it was right on him to ask for the paternity test, right? If there were really nothing there to justify the asking of it, but what I will say is him asking for the paternity test obviously ruined how she feels the relationship. And it ruined me too, honestly. I'd feel some type of way if I gotta ask for it. Somebody gotta ask for it. Like she said, you believe that I done messed up anyway, and the trust is gone. So what are we doing? Right? Nope. I agree with you there 100%. Listen, I agree with you there 100%. But as far as this being a real or fake story, I need a little more context because I would like to know how old the son is. You see, because the son is 15, right? And now you over here asking, after 15 years, come on, man, right? He trying to get out. Just saying. But say that, the son is a year old, 2 years old. And it's yo, where else has she been but home? Baby on the titty, But I just want to know. That will help me gather more things in the story. Now, I don't think you're the asshole for not stopping him. I think that I agree with you. I think that in that situation, I'd have told the person to do the same thing. Go ahead, do your thing. Whatever. You don't believe me? Do your thing, right? And I'd have probably reacted just like you, like I said, because you don't believe me. So now we've done that. You haven't been believing me for how long? What are we doing? So let's get into these comments. Not the A. If you would have stopped him, then his mind would have been made up. The baby isn't his. I don't blame you at all. I didn't think about it like that, but you're right. I think that is a possibility. Strongly. You didn't fight him on the test. You let him do it. And now he's blaming you for not stopping him? That's backwards. Yes, it is. True. No. This is a long one. It's not even about the test. It's about the lack of trust that the test represented. Validly. The problem with it is the fact that the husband doesn't trust her. Trust is one of the foundations of a healthy relationship. He has demonstrated that he doesn't have trust. Therefore, the foundation of the relationship is broken and it's over. Hey, look, this person's not lying. They're telling the truth. Okay? I am not advocating that this response was either constructive or non-constructive. We have no idea of the context of the conversations. We have no idea of how the rest of their marriage or relationship is. All we know is that her trust was broken and she feels as though she needs to leave. Who am I? Oh, who knows? They might get back together in a week or maybe a year. Maybe they'll get couples therapy and work on their communication. I don't want to make assumptions. I admire anyone who recognizes when they need to leave because there is a red line that's been crossed for them. And they can't go back from that. It's like drawing that line in the sand. When you do it, you got to cross it, you got to stick your ground. That means that her child will grow up in a broken home. As someone who has experienced dysfunction myself as a child, it's not much better to be raised by two separate whole parents and potentially their parents than two untrusting, dysfunctional people. It's much better to be raised by two separate whole people than two dysfunctional, non-trusting people. I see where you're going with that. I think they say that because if you in the household as a kid with two people who don't trust each other, you're watching some dirty game. You're watching some mess, right? And you're going to grow up with some real trust issues. Their entire point is trust is required. Foster trust. Maintain trust. Talk about your boundaries. Check in with one another and try your best to communicate efficiently and be honest. That was not done in this relationship. Not sure how much by either party, and thus this is the result. That's what they said. This is amazing. How many people don't understand that asking your spouse that you have no reason not to trust / for getting a paternity test is equivalent to saying that you believe your wife is lying, cheating whore that has a baby trapped you. Okay, dry pop. Yeah, no, I would, yeah. Well, yeah. Yo, baby, go get that paternity test. What? You know that's your baby. What type of mess is this? Now you think I'm a lying, cheating, no good, dirty, trapping whore? Well, so that's kind of what they just said. Dry pump, right? If the option that no matter what, you want a paternity test and view it the same as getting a prenup. Talk about it before even getting pregnant. Yeah, no, that makes it, I mean, most people don't talk. I agree, that makes some sense, but most people don't talk about much before they even have sex. So, yeah. Have the discussion before. Yeah, right. Have that discussion before. One night stand, ? Get a test. On a break, get a test. Oh, okay, so you got rules, dry prompt. Okay. In a non-monogamous relationship, guess what? Test. All right, then. In the middle of a rush patch and the dates just, well, guess what? Don't line up. Get a test. Trying to conceive and spending 90% of your time together just drumming? No test. No test. All right then. Dry palm. Good advice. All right? Good advice. Thumbs up. And now he's placing the blame on her for having the reaction. Yeah, he did place the blame on her because that would make sense on his part. He's trying to find a way out of this. Now, either he thought that you were cheating, in which case there's zero trust and he's just got paranoid, jealous issues that make him a poor candidate for a husband, or he's got intrusive thoughts and anxiety he's failed to control, which would also make him an undesirable partner, or he's been dipping his toe in the bad part of the internet again, which again makes him not the best husband material. Well, I'll be honest, that didn't help. Okay, your advice didn't help. We know the motherfucker got trust issues at this point. Oh, wow. This person wrote, I can't even comment on this situation, but I wish I got a paternity test when my daughter was born. I've never had a reason to question her loyalty. So, when my daughter was born and she had a different color hair than yours, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Fast forward 3 years, I found out I was being cheated on, and during the fight, she told me that Alyssa was not my daughter. Now that we've broken up, I'm not even allowed to see her because I have no legal rights. I fucking raised her for 3 years. Yeah, it's messy out there, man. We sorry you had to go through that. And that was messed up on that lady's part when she knew that the whole time. He basically called you a liar and expected you to brush it off. That's some next level entertainment and enlightenment. And you the bratty child's comment, question mark, Yeah, man, listen. Here's what I'm gonna say. Since we got through the first list of comments, and we ain't got through that first list, and you know what though? I don't see nothing calling it a fake post yet. You did the right thing. Babies look weird. Oh, you did the right thing. Babies look weird almost all the time when they first come out. Yeah. Hey. Alright. Hi, ChatGPT. Please make me a story that will bother Reddit today. That's the first post on this being a bait. Okay. Not all of the amazing things we do, DNA would have a fad. Whatever men decide they need DNA test on their own kids is absolutely no reason sucks. Other than the fact that I might have left when he first suggested it because I'd mistakenly thought I married a man, not an insecure child. I think you handled it very well. Look, we know one thing. We know that the trust was broke. Alright? We know that the trust was broke. There's a lot of holes in the story as far as age, right? You can say time because she didn't give us no context to that either, but so the story can be real with a lot of holes in it, like Swiss cheese, okay? But for them to fix their situation, they're gonna need trust, and that is something that's gonna be hard to work on, especially after this. He might be able to trust her, even though he questioned the shit out of it all. She'll never be able to trust that she trusts and that he trusts her. She won't have that again for you. That's why she's quitting on you, because you quit on her a while ago by thinking like this. So, good luck. Now, what? For telling my wife's affair partner about the affair. Okay. Desperate General 25 put this up 15 hours ago. They are 37-year-old male. They've been married to a 37-year-old female. That's their wife for 11 years. And they've been together for 16. Shit. Y'all do the math on that one. That means that these two have been together since they've been together their whole life, since teenagers. Okay? I mean, they've been married for 11, so they got married at like in their 20s. Yeah, they got 3 kids together, 14, 9, and 3. We own a house. Our relationship has been a roller coaster to say the least. Yeah. I've been I've been a terrible partner and a companion to her for the majority of our relationship. Well, that doesn't help. That doesn't help. I mean, we're glad you can admit it, but damn it, that does not help. I've cheated on her in more than 5 years. I haven't cheated on her in more than 5 years, but the times have in the past. It's clear she'll never heal from the hurt. No, she won't. And no, y'all should have ended it then. To be completely honest with you, it should have ended then, because it takes a strong person to continue on with that, and there's not many people that can. So let's see what she's done, because I'm sure she's not happy with you. And you know what? Since you've already admitted to being a shitty partner over the last 11 years, 11 years. Well, here's the thing, right? They got kids together, and the first one's 14. So they've been together for 16 years. All right? That means that after getting together, 37, they both 37. That means after getting together, when they were like 16, 17, right? 2 years later, 18, 19, they got their first kid. All right? That's why they got their first kid. So they stuck it out. And you, as a person, for the shitty guy you've been, you wanted to live out your single life still, where you should have lived it out earlier, but you didn't. And you haven't cheated in the past 5 years, which means that you was probably cheating before you got married. You probably went and brought the ring and did all that stuff. I'm sorry we stopped getting into the story. We getting right back into it, but I'm just giving y'all the context of how my brain works and how the story probably is. So homie probably didn't, he got her the ring to fix the shit that he was doing before. All right, before we even keep going. But let's go. Okay. I haven't cheated on her in more than 5 years, but the times she still can't get past the hurt. For the past 6 months, she reconnected with an old guy friend after his brother passed away. Since our relationship just has been on coast with no connection, she was vulnerable and she opened up to this guy. She fell in love with him and began having a relationship. Is that what you want to call it? And in the meantime, she was just getting that thing waxed. And in the meantime, I was oblivious to all of us, even though there were signs. In the meantime, I was oblivious to all of this, even though there were signs. I didn't pick up on them. Fast forward 2 weeks ago, her contempt toward me has brewed to the point I flat out asked her, what's going on? She said, I'm not happy. Haven't been for months, and Randy's been hitting it. She wants a divorce. I asked her, is there someone else? She lied. Literally. She lied intentionally, but eventually, she broke down and she admitted she's in love with this guy. And they had an affair just last week. Up until that point, I'm the only guy she's ever slept with. So, now, how serious this actually is, I was hurt and broken. I know I fucked up in the past. I know I did, but I didn't feel so bad when I did it, but I sure feel like shit right now. I bet you do. Okay, I was hurt and broken. I know the guy from her family and know that he lives far away and that he has a wife of his own and his own children. In my hurt, I felt that his girlfriend had to do the right to know. I felt that his girlfriend had the right to know about this affair. I found my way to contact her and told her about it. She broke up with the affair partner and kicked him out. This turns into a snowball into him not speaking to my wife. My wife, who is in love with this guy, now not speaking to me about it. The truth has come out. The affair guy just led my wife on the led my wife and preyed on her vulnerability. He doesn't love her or even want to be with her. She's heartbroken over it. What the fuck? And blames me for telling her affairs partner's wife she don't speak to me now. And Mighty A for telling my affair. Wow. Listen. That's actually messed up and funny all at the same time. It's messed up because clearly you want to stay in this relationship that you have broken a long time ago. And it's kind of messy on your wife's part because I think she's staying for the kids, but I do feel like she's checked out, right? If you're the only person that she's been with and you've been fucking up for years, she's checked out and you won't never get that back. And if she stopped talking to you because you snitched on her, oh man, you in deeper shit than you think. Okay? You all are better off calling it quits because I can guarantee you them papers is coming. Right? And like I said, she's probably just trying to sit around for the kids, and she's probably pissed off that the youngest kid right now is 3. Okay? And the other 2 males are seeing how you've been treating the moms, and they didn't catch it in the beginning of it because they were young, and they catching it at the tail end to see mom fucking up. So they're not going to understand the context of it until they get older and it's explained and broken down. But y'all got a messy situation on your hands, and I can tell you right now, it ain't coming back. So give it up. Thank you, darling 3000. Y'all just need a divorce. Or just have an open relationship and co-parent only. Yeah, that's some other good advice. You claim you haven't cheated in 5 years. Like, that's some grand achievement. That's right. You fucked up already, so it don't matter. She never cheated on you in 16. Damn, I ain't even think about it like that. Throwing them signs up. That's wild, buddy. And only has once. Does that make her better than you? That's another good question. Y'all just need to split up and do some co-parenting. Have treated marriage like days without injuries. Your wife for cheating. You was a terrible partner. You said that in your own words, right? Now, I don't think that you're being bad for telling about the affair to the wife's girlfriend. You used both terms. She has the right to know that your significant other is a cheating scumbag. Yeah, she do. I never understood when one partner can cheat and then act betrayed when they're cheated on. You betray your marriage vows first. That's for valid. That you did. You betrayed your marriage vows first. You admitted it openly. So, man, look. Whether or not this is a real or fake story, right? You betrayed your marriage vows. It's a good story, and y'all just might as well give it up. I'm going to read this last one, and then we're going to jump out on y'all. I will sound harsh, but I am not speaking from any moral high ground here. I stayed in a terrible relationship for far, far too long. Got together around 21 years old. Stayed together for 27 years. That means that they were 46 when they broke up, 48. They cheated. I cheated back. We stayed together. While we have felt some love or affection, we still didn't like each other. We carried resentment. We were miserable, just a couple assholes. We had kids. We had property. We had careers. We had codependence. So leaving felt scary, complicated, and expensive. So we stayed. We suffered. And therefore, our children did too. They were innocent and deserved better than to be born into an unhealthy, unhappy family. We were real assholes. We finally divorced. It took a huge financial hit. I took a huge financial hit, but it was the best money I ever spent. I have no regrets about things ending, only that it took so long to do it. I do regret immensely that I became an asshole. I regret that my fear, low self-esteem, or bad dynamic and unhappiness affected our kids. They struggle and still do. That's the truth right there. Damn, this is the truth. They had kids. Oh, wait. Judgment time is a general observation. No question. You are an asshole. No question. You are an asshole because you admitted cheating, staying, not loving your wife properly, if at all. Your wife is an asshole for staying with you, and when she hates your guts for dousing you with your own medicine. You guys are stunned emotionally, selfish. She should have dumped you ages ago and regret staying. You claimed to be hurt, ? I feel like it might be an injury or your ego. Just an injury to your ego. You don't care about your wife. You should have left her. Before you tried to end things by stepping out on her repeatedly. I feel bad for the kids. Your children do not deserve the suffering you two are visiting upon them. Vesting upon them. Probably vesting upon them. Whatever reason you might have for staying, well, it's not good enough. You and the wife are assholes for what you have probably done and are continuing to do to the children. I feel bad for the other woman. She, like your wife, was with the wrong guy, but at least she did the right thing for herself and gave him the boot. Not the A for ratting him out. You did that woman a kindness, but you're still a rat. That you perceive yourself as a victim at all. Start working on your divorce. Find a counselor. Find counselors for the kids. Make improvements to your life. Yeah, you said it. What's that? Salaclad, whatever the name is, man. You put that in perspective, and I'm gonna second that. Peep game. All right. Like they said, you are an asshole. Your wife's an asshole for what you're doing to these kids. That's not fair for the kids' sake. But, turn it around, get it together, end the relationship. All right. And just remember, while y'all are out there, you trotting down the street, or you out shopping, or you doing whatever you do, you keep that head on a swivel. Right? Because not everybody's out there with your best interest. Now, peace out.